is Ben, Liam and Bell on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Well, a lot of footy chat in this one. I mean, naturally, grand final over the weekend. We also talk about Bell's Hot Girl Summer. And, I mean, this title's called the most brutal call we've ever had. There was a call that was, like, so brutal that...
I'd say not an exaggeration.
No,
it's very
literally. It was
sad.
one of those things where you're just like, oh... Like, yeah, our natural take is to make jokes
And
about things.
Small,
But
really
you
quick.
sometimes you just can't because you're like, actually, that's so horrible
Yeah.
what's happened.
yeah.
Small, quick behind the scenes. I won't say what the call was about, but it's one of those ones where Andy did actually buzz through during the song and said, "Hey, got a call, pretty brutal. Do you want to take it?" And we
Yeah.
said yes.
No.
But we didn't
Actually,
know what it was.
Ben, you said no.
I said no.
And I said yes because I'm crazy like that.
Yeah. And then...
I said I would like to know what it is and then make a call.
Yeah.
and
You're a
then
fence
I was-
sitter.
And literally, as
Yeah.
the song was ending, there was like 5 seconds to go, and my last instruction was just don't put it at the end because
Yes.
Yeah.
if you get a brutal call at the end, it really finishes the break on
Yeah.
a low tone.
For sure. And
Anyway.
it 100% would have.
Oh yeah,
But then it's always funny, though, when it's like really low and then you're like, anyway, you want a coffee machine? Like,
Yeah.
you'd try and bring it up with the prize.
Anyway, enjoy the podcast. Good morning, guys. Belle, have a good grand final day.
I did you?
Where'd you watch it?
I watched it with a few friends, but I also,
Nice.
I booked a haircut and I forgot that it was the grand final.
Oh.
So I missed the first half of it.
Oh, are you kidding
Oh, my
me?
God.
Yeah, because I was getting a little trim,
Yeah.
but then I watched the second half.
Okay,
Great.
good. I watched the whole thing. It was very good. Had some friends over. Liam, was good seeing you.
Yeah, good seeing you too, mate. One of the great sessions.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, we had, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was a small
Small gathering.
soiree.
Who else was there?
Just a few of the other people. Producer Andy was there.
Wait, I thought it was only Andy and Ben.
Well, it was, and then day before I texted Liam and said, "Hey, mate, you want to come around?" I assumed you'd be busy.
I made plans like the morning of.
You had a haircut.
I sent out
You had a
like 3
haircut.
texts to people being like, "What are you guys
You
doing?"
didn't text
realized
me.
Well, I didn't want to text you because I thought you were having a little one-on-one with Andy.
Nah,
Are you serious?
more the merrier.
Why do you do this to me?
It was fine. Well, there's always next year. We can do it.
Yeah.
Next year.
do you actually hate me?
No, not at all.
What did I do to you?
Don't overthink it.
I'm going to think about it. I'm not going to sleep this week because I'm going to be thinking about this. This is like the time you went for those Friday beers without me. I will never forget that.
I do. I believe you when you say you think about that all the time because you bring that up a lot.
And now this is another one.
I, the day after, thought I probably should have offered.
I didn't know. It wasn't my invitation to give, so you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I just assumed the same would have been
I'm so
offered.
cut.
I like that you were mad at Liam because he didn't
Oh, it's
like
not my party,
reach
mate.
out.
I didn't know. I got there and I was like, oh, Bell's not here. Fair
I'm
enough.
mad at you because you went. I don't know. I'm just angry.
Me? I don't know. just went. Anyway.
A good day was had all round. There was platters shared. There was football watched. Hey, if you
There
want
was
to come
chats
on,
had about people.
yeah, who we can't say. If you want to come on the radio and play the 610 quiz,
Actually,
Yeah, no, I did, but we didn't talk about you, by the way.
did this really happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
it's
All right.
fine.
No, it's
Belle.
okay. I'm processing it.
All right, 13 24 10 is our number. If you want to play the 610 quiz this morning, we would love for you to come on. Prize is you get to come around my house and watch the footy.
I won't win it, will I?
You're only a what if away from a holiday with whatif.com.
You could go to the dentist appointment or all the kids' sports.
But what if it was a weekend on the coast instead?
Book hotels, holiday rentals, apartments, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
God, it's our favourite thing. Not the AFL Grand Final, the bit just after it, when the Auskick kids come out and hand the medal and the hat over.
Every single year, when I watch the grand final, I always wait for that bit because
So cringe.
it's kind of like watching a car crash because I know that they're going to stuff it up.
There's
It's a lot of mini car crashes. And there's
Yeah.
one after the other, and you go,
So-
"Ooh, what's this one gonna? Nope, didn't nail it.
If for some reason you're not aware, I'll paint a picture, okay? So there's the big Toyota Premiership stage. And then after they've given out the Norm Smith, they always give out the Premiership medals. And the way they do it is they're called up one by one in order of their numbers. And then there's a NAB Oz kicker off to the side. And they come up with the medal, and the player gives them a hat, and there's a medal exchange, and there's a handshake. But they always butcher it.
I realised on Saturday watching it, why do they have the hat? Like,
Well,
why?
it's
Like, get
because
rid of
it's
the
an
hat.
extra step that's
Just
not
get rid of it.
necessary. The
You don't
kid
need
should already
3.
have the hat,
It's
for
because
sure.
it's so the kid can get something on the day.
Yeah, but no, it should be medal, handshake, done. Like, you don't
It
need the
does
hat.
seem like in the heat of the moment, there's too many steps, even though they're grown men.
It's 3 steps. It's not that hard.
2's a company, 3's a crowd.
And
It's
but
too
look,
much.
there's too many players to. Like, someone's going to get it wrong. And
Yeah.
they always do. And that's why when we had our good mate Josh Dacos on the show last week, before the grand final, we said, look, if you get the chockies, it turns out they did, just make sure you get the shake right.
Just remind everybody that it's medal, handshake, and then hat, okay?
And celebration.
Don't worry, I'll get around to them. I actually have seen some shockers over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Even some of the boys not even shaking their hands. And
Yeah.
the poor kid just up on stage by himself. So
Yeah.
don't worry, I'll sort it out.
He didn't sort it out. He
We
should've-
told him. We told him point blank, mate. We said, sort it out. And he said, I will. And he didn't.
Don't worry about
Because
the game. Just the handshake.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Was it McCreary?
Bo McCreary was the goated one. That was hilarious. That he dogged the Oz kicker so hard it hurt. The kid literally had his hand out for the shake, being like, the kid knows. The kid's only like, hey, he knows it's an integral part of this transaction.
This is the
I've given you
highlight.
medal.
Yep.
You've given me hat. We shake, we break, you celebrate.
This is the highlight of that NAB Oz
Awesome.
kicker's 8-year-old life. Like,
Just
this right
awesome.
now, it's at its
Yeah.
absolute peak.
And everyone is watching. Bo, this is also your moment. Yes, you've just won a flag, but everyone's watching to see how good you are
Yeah.
with kids and
Yeah.
how nice of a bloke you really are.
Yep.
The kid's got his hand out, and Bo just turns to the camera and goes, call me. He's got the ring-a-ding-ding, speaking of the king hand, up to his face, just
also-
going, ladies,
And
What is
literally,
that what it
call
was?
me.
Was
I
it a
think-
I'm single thing? I don't.
I perceived it as I'm a single bloke. I've just won a premiership. I don't care about that
Right.
8-year-old
So
kid.
funny.
Call me, ladies. That's what I envision it as.
Okay.
And you
And
see
the
the
kid
kid
is
just like,
standing
he's
there.
probably still standing there at the MCG. They're probably cleaning up the confetti around him. The kid's still there with his hand out. There was a few spangly ones in there. I mean,
Yep.
to be fair, Mason Cox, he's very tall. Like, it
Yeah.
is kind of hard. But he was sort of like crouching down. And sometimes they're sort of going for the high five. But it's nice when you see the players, they sort of make sure they keep the hand out so
Yeah.
the shake is done
What
properly.
stressed me out is there's the lady who stands just off stage and she's the one giving out the hats. But
Yeah.
obviously when you buy a new hat,
Yes.
the back's
Oh my
folded in.
God.
Yep.
She, in my opinion, she should have been unfolding the back
Ben,
Unfurl
I thought
it.
exactly the
Unfurl
same
it.
when
thing.
she was handing it
Take
over.
the
Why
cardboard
would
out.
she-
Because
yeah.
you've got these AFL players. They've
Yep.
just spent 3 hours running around in the 30-degree heat. They're not thinking straight, so they're not unfolding the hat.
I saw 2 players. Did
Yeah.
you see 2? They put it
Yeah.
on the kid's head and
And
it
it
wasn't
fell off.
unfolded. And I was like, honestly, she had one job and it
Yeah.
was just unfolded.
Do you know what's
Yeah.
kind of cold? Isaac Quaynor. This was cool. Just put the hat on
Yeah,
backwards. There you
That
go,
was
kid.
cool.
You're the coolest. You're the
Yeah.
coolest Oz kicker, and I think everyone's hearts melted because, of course, the golden boy Nick Dacos. He absolutely nailed his moment.
Thank you.
You should be very proud.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's cool.
Thank God they didn't mic up the Bo McCreary kid.
Just crying. Mum, he didn't shake it. He didn't shake it.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
G'day, Chloe and Coburg. Did you have a big long weekend or what?
Not really.
Yeah,
Oh.
pretty
Stay
chill.
at home. Yeah, pretty chill. Watch the footy with my housemate. That's about it.
I should have come to Ben's house for the barbecue of the
yeah,
summer.
everyone was welcome.
I know. Yeah,
Not
better.
everyone.
Anyway, let's kick into the quiz. Collingwood Tats are the number 1 tattoo in Australia right now after their grand final win. Pies fans were partying all night on which street on Saturday?
Swan Street and Church Street.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. We saw that Collingwood bus sort of parked
That's
in the middle of
it.
Swan
Yeah.
Street in front of the corner hotel, and it was not moving. Hey, an explosive phone call between Kim and Kourtney Kardashian having a big fight is going viral online. What's their brother's name?
Robert Kardashian.
You're good. I feel like you're going to go 5 for 5. You
Yeah.
just got that feeling about you.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Got that Collingwood feel about you.
It's just your day. Woolworths workers are threatening to go on strike in a bid for better working conditions. What did Woolworths used to be called in Melbourne?
Safeway.
Here we go. 2 more. A lucky newsagent in Melton has sold 62 Division 1 lotto tickets since it's been open.
Whoa.
How many numbers do you need to guess to win Div 1 in the Saturday Cross Lotto?
Or is it not 7. No,
You can't say not and then say a number. You got to give us the answer.
Yeah, but it's close to the pin.
It's close to 7.
Yeah.
So
7?
no,
No, Chloe.
no. Unfortunately, not Chloe. I never would have got this in a million years. I must admit.
No.
I thought it was way higher than it actually is.
Sarah in Endeavour Hills. Well, there are your clues. We know it's a small number, and we know it's close to 7. What do you think it could be?
I'm going to guess, because I don't actually know myself,
Yeah.
but I'm going to say, did you say smaller than 7?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, because I thought it was 8.
Okay. Well, it's not, and we did say it was smaller than 7.
But that's not your answer. You didn't lock that in,
Yeah, you
though.
didn't lock it in.
That
You
is
did-
definitely not my answer. My answer was going to be 6. I thought
Yeah.
it was
I'll
8.
give it to you. I'll give it to you. If I had to go on record, I thought it was 9.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
wouldn't
thought
know
12 for some reason.
Yeah.
thought
I don't even know
12.
what a Division 1 is. I
That's
don't
the
know
big.
what.
So that's like the Div 1 is the big one. It's like
Oh,
$60 million,
okay.
and then as you go down in divisions, the prize money gets
Oh,
smaller.
nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Hey, Sarah, did you see any of the videos of U2's performance in the Las Vegas Sphere over the weekend? Did you see those?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it looks awesome. There's this new big Sphere stadium, so it's like the whole stadium is a big
Oh, yeah, the most
screen.
expensive one in the world.
Yeah, that's the one.
It looks more like a dome.
It's a dome.
If
It's
you're
a
being-
half
bit of a
sphere.
dome.
It's a dome.
not a
Bit of a
sphere.
dome. Yeah. Sphere cut in half.
Yep.
Can you finish these U2 lyrics?
With or without you.
Very good.
Nice.
Very, very good. Sarah, you sort of laughed on the back of that line, almost like you were ashamed to give us your true, beautiful singing voice.
I know, it's probably too good for radio.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I'd say, hey, normally people have to pay to hear your voice. So, well done. You've scored that $200 Kogan voucher.
Yes.
All right. So,
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sarah, would you like I Try by Macy Gray?
Or do you want to hear Spin Doctors?
I'm going to go Macy Gray. I haven't heard that for years, and it's just, I always loved her.
Yeah.
I think I was her one fan in the world, so
Yeah.
I'm going to go Macy Gray.
No, there's a lot of Macy Gray fans out there, Sarah.
Sorry to break it to you, pal.
No need to throw grey shade this morning. She had no fans, but I always supported her.
Spin Doctors is, it's been around for a while now.
Has
so
been.
that-
Games, changes, and fears. When will they go from here? When will they stop?
Collingwood, I'm sure, are partying hard even right now. All the players and all the support staff are partying hard. I also think Coach Craig McRae is probably partying harder than all of them because everyone was blown away. No one expected it. But he told everyone after he'd won the premiership that his partner had given birth that morning.
It's a big day, isn't it? Having a baby and winning a flag on the same day.
That boggled my mind. I couldn't wrap my head around it. My wife, Sam, she gave birth 8 weeks ago today. So little Freddie is 8 weeks old today. And it was such a draining experience. I obviously didn't push the baby out. My wife, Sam, did. She did all the hard work. But I was so drained after it. Like, I was up for 36 hours. It was exhausting, obviously emotionally as well. But then he's had that same experience. But then he's also gone to the MCG and won a premiership that day.
Is most of your work done as I don't know enough about it. Obviously, if they're down at halftime, you might have to rev the players up. But you've put everything into practice. Everyone knows what they have to do.
No, because the whole game they're moving things around. They're saying, "No, let's change that."
Yeah,
person.
I
You
suppose
are
so.
on. You are on.
I suppose
the
you
whole
still have
time.
to be pretty on.
Yeah, you're not just like, well, have a good game.
No, but
See ya.
what I'm saying is, you know what I mean? Like the players have. They
Yes,
know
but
the
he's-
system to get
he's
to that
moving
point.
the parts. But yeah, so he got up on stage afterwards during the celebrations and then let that go and said, "Oh, actually, my partner gave birth at 7:45 this morning."
So that must mean that the partner was at the hospital watching the game.
Did he go to the birth and then go, "Oh, right,
I
she's
gotta
out,
go."
so I've got to,
And
I'm
then
head
the
off."
Kiss are about to start
Has
playing.
he
I better get there.
And then after the premiership, after they won, did he go out and party? Did he go to the hospital? I don't know.
Is there a photo somewhere of the newborn in the cup?
Oh.
I would love to know, 13, 24, 10, what overshadowed your birthday? Our favourite caller is walking away with the Sunbeam coffee machine. Pretty sweet prize. What overshadowed your birthday? This is Craig on the pundits panel after the game talking about the birth.
She had a baby this morning at 7:45 and she's in the hospital now, so darling, I love you very much. And we called her Maggie, a little girl, Maggie. It's already the best day of my life, it just seems to got a little bit better.
How do we feel about the Maggie thing? Is that overkill?
It's so good.
Think
That's
it's
so funny.
I think that's overkill.
I heard the other name was going to be Flag Pies. little Flag Pies McRae.
Well, actually, I thought maybe Darcy could be a good name
Or
as well.
Dacos. Little baby Dacos.
We've called her Peter. We've called her Little Peter Dacos.
But I think Maggie is such a cute
It's actually a
honour
nice-
to the grand final. But her birthday will forever be overshadowed by,
Absolutely.
well, it is the day that I got the grand final, and that's why you
Absolutely.
are called Maggie.
I think he's going to remember that day more for the
Yeah.
premiership than the birth of Maggie.
Yep, that poor girl.
I mean, it's also an interesting day for his partner because you'd be so torn, because you're giving birth and you're like, I know you're pretty busy, you got a lot on.
So many questions because, did he spend labour with her and then go?
He would have
or
had
was
to,
he like,
surely.
No, he
well, I got to
didn't.
toss up?
In a post-game interview, he said that she told him, I'm feeling a little bit sick, you should go to bed. So he did. Then he woke up at about 6 a.m. to a phone call saying, you better get here. She's going into labour. She's about to have the baby. He then rushed to the hospital and she had the baby an hour later.
And then he left.
And then he left.
That's, is she okay about this whole, has
Also-
anyone spoken to her?
Also, poor little Maggie, every single birthday for the rest of her life, she'd be like, where's Dad? He's going to be off partying with the Collingwood boys.
Sorry, it's the 3-year reunion, the 4-year reunion, the 5-year reunion. Tanya in Mernda, what overshadowed your birthday?
Oh, well, I have my 40th birthday coming up, and my brother's getting married on my birthday weekend.
On your 40, I mean, he would have known. That's a bit rude. Like, your 40th as well. It's a big one.
Same date every year. He knew.
Yeah.
Tanya, wow.
Older brother or younger
he
brother?
knew. No, younger brother.
Oh, he's always been
So-
ruining everything for
Well,
you.
then what is the
turd.
plan, Tanya? Is the plan you'll go to his wedding and then party or what?
Well, now there's no plan because our November is full. I've got another wedding on, and we can't fit it in. And then in December, you've got all the Christmas celebrations.
That's
so,
it.
Hang on, so you
there's
are...
no birthday.
Okay, yeah, right. So you're prioritising the wedding. I would say that's more important than the birthday.
But hey, look, you've always got your 50th. Only
Yep.
another 10 years. Joanne in East Keilor, what overshadowed your birthday?
Well, it actually happens every year, Anzac Day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, and also you can't complain too much about that one, can you? It's sort of,
Oh, well, I know I get a public holiday every day. It's my birthday. But
Yeah.
nothing's open in the mornings. I can't go out for breakfast.
Yep.
It's a day of mourning. Yeah.
Don't have a good day.
And the worst of it all is that when I was little, my brother told me that all the soldiers died because I was born.
Oh, that's classic brother behaviour.
That's,
Joanne, you're definitely in the running for that coffee machine. Stay by your phone. Andrea joins us now in Bayswater. Good morning. What ruined your birthday?
Hello, it was the birth of my daughter.
so, I mean, some would say that's like, the best day of their life. Like, it's almost more exciting. You're like, yay, double birthday. Well, you didn't see it that way?
Well, no, it was exciting. She came very early. She was a preemie baby.
Mm-hmm.
But her birthday has overshadowed mine ever since. So nobody even remembers my birthday anymore.
That's true. It's not even just about the day of the birth. It's every time after because you can't put your birthday in front of
You
theirs.
have to buy her presents
you're
forever.
filling up lolly bags and putting up pinatas on your bloody birthday every year. Yeah, that stinks. Lauren joins us now. What overshadowed yours?
September 9/11.
Whoa.
Right. Yeah, that's
It's
that's
another
not
sad
good.
one.
Were you born on that day?
I was 19. I was turning 19. So
So your
of
21st
course-
as well was pretty soon after.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. So every year you just get reminded of it, even,
Were you having like a 19th party that night? Like, were you having people
yeah,
over?
we went into the city, so everyone was a little bit nervous. But it was a very somber birthday.
Absolutely.
Stop crying, Lisa. It's my 19th birthday. Jeez, that is brutal. Yeah.
I thought look, those calls have been amazing. If you can top it, 13 24 10 is our number. We do have a Sunbeam coffee machine up for grabs.
Chloe joins us now in Coldstream. What overshadowed your birthday?
My birthday is Christmas Day.
Oh.
Jesus. Bloody Jesus' birthday. He overshadowed you.
So does that mean you miss out on getting twice the amount of presents? Do Mum and Dad double up?
No, so I celebrate my birthday the 1st of December, but no one says happy birthday to me on Christmas Day.
Hang on, so you just decided you do it on the 1st of December?
Yeah, I wanted my own day, so...
You moved it.
What
I love
age
that.
did you start doing that?
My mum's done it my whole life, but...
That's nice.
Bad to me.
That's nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way of doing
It's
that.
birthday month.
Yeah.
That's good.
Luana and Lilydale, what overshadowed your birthday?
My fiancé of 10 years passed away the day before my birthday.
Oh my God.
Luana,
That's
I'm
horrible.
so sorry. That's the worst possible
It's
thing.
actually really just sad.
That's genuinely sad.
But thank you for calling.
How long ago was that?
In 2007.
Oh God,
Okay, well.
that's
Maybe
horrible.
you could also move your birthday like Chloe did. Just move it a bit.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask any follow-up questions.
No, I don't think so.
But I do really appreciate you coming on and sharing the story. I don't think we could give the coffee machine to anybody else.
Yeah, I think you've pretty much. Yeah, you have secured yourself a sunbeam. I think we know that. Annette in Berwick, what overshadowed your birthday?
Perforated womb.
Whoa. So is that like a thing that happens during birth, or what happened?
No, so I went in the day before my 40th birthday to have a simple procedure, and, well, the doctor slipped.
Oh, these are just getting worse and
Were you in?
worse.
I think the one before that was more worse. But were you in hospital for a long time?
I spent my 40th birthday in hospital and was released the next day.
Oh,
Happy
that
birthday,
sucks.
Kelly in Dingley, what overshadowed your birthday?
On my 3rd birthday, my house blew up.
What do you mean, Kelly?
What do you mean?
There was a guy spraying for ants, and it got into the pilot light, and it blew my house up.
No frickin' way.
Was everyone okay, Kelly?
Yeah, everyone survived. We were all okay. But yeah,
And so,
hospital and stuff. But
that was like a once-off. Like, you don't every year now go, all right, well, it's the anniversary of the house blowing
Yeah.
up. Like,
House blew up.
Yeah, that's wild, Kelly.
Did you get compensation for that?
no, we weren't insured at the time, and it was a friend of my dad.
Oh, no.
Oh, geez.
That's also like, for me, that's like a new fear unlocked that spraying for ants could blow your house up.
Well, at least you got rid of the ants, I suppose.
Kelly.
No, they're still there.
Oh, bloody hell. It just keeps getting worse.
Kelly, when your house blew up, I'm sure you lost a lot of stuff. Did you lose your coffee machine?
We lost everything.
Well, look, we're going to also give you a coffee machine, a Sunbeam iced and hot coffee machine. Enjoy cafe-style coffee made your way. Kelly, thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Also, Luana, if you're still listening, we'll give you a coffee machine as well.
Yes,
'cause,
Luana, you have also got
That's
one.
a devastating story.
Absolutely.
The big AFL Grand Final on the weekend. I think everyone was in nice and early. It looked like a fully packed stadium for the pre-game with Kiss. I gotta say, Ben and Bell, I loved it. I thought it was one of the best we've seen in recent years. Just how grandiose it was. All the pyro, the dancers. They'd clearly invested a lot of time and money into it.
It definitely matched like AFL Grand Final, Kiss performance. How old are they now?
71.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I thought they were in the 80s. It sounds like they're in
I
the
got
80s
that
because
vibe.
I agree it was the right match for the vibe.
Yeah, I think, like, in my head, I think the best possible group that you could get to play AFL Grand Final would be like AC/DC.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yep,
that would
yep.
fit the vibe of, like Australiana rock sort of thing.
But Kiss probably second best.
Well, yeah.
And-
Look, it sort of spans the genres. If you're younger, you know the hits, and like the older people in the crowd will be like, yeah, I remember seeing them in like 1980.
And they were dressed in their Pies colours.
That's
so it
it.
just works.
That's it.
Visually, I thought it was stunning. All the kids dancing, all the pyro, the stage. That all looked amazing. The actual performance itself, though, I thought was pretty trash.
No, you've done them dirty. No, because that's not Paul Stanley. So Paul Stanley's the singer. He's the lead singer of the group. That's just the part of the song where Gene Simmons, who's the bassist, who's not a good vocalist, just does the speaking bits. Obviously, that's not going to sound as good. Okay, yeah, I'm showing myself as a bit of a Kiss fan now.
Wow,
my Kiss is showing. My Kiss fan is showing. But I think I love that whole, you wanted the best, you got the best. And Paul Stanley is good at like, people, come on, we have ourselves a good time.
I thought that it was so cringy when he was doing the interaction with the crowd.
That was good.
Half of what he was saying, he couldn't even understand.
Man, we're told that Austin Rules is one of the greatest games on the planet, and you are some of the greatest fans. We want to hear you people shout it out loud.
It sounds like my grandfather's gotten up on stage.
No, what I'm saying, what's the one I went to, and I love this guy, don't get me wrong. It was Paul Kelly up there strumming away on an acoustic guitar, put everyone to sleep.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? This was like a grandiose show. What I will say is, performance aside, I don't know if anyone was watching the grand final early enough to see the pre-interview
with
that
Richo?
Oh, jeez. I mean, Gene Simmons, just all his answers were so good.
I know you're a Blues fan, Gene, but you got to deliver the ball last year, so you know what 100,000 at the MCG is like.
Some of our shows are 100,000, but Blues is always next year. I'm a big fan, but I'm a big fan of any champion that goes out there. Championship is for you to get. That means you got to fight for it. Tonight's team, who's going to win? It's anybody's game. It's up to you.
Imagine if that was like imagine if that's Craig McRae's speech. Championship is the game that it's for you to win. What did you just say to me? And then it just kept going. Like poor Richard was like trying to ask questions, and Gene Simmons like he was trying to I think he was trying to rev everyone up, but it was just having the opposite effect.
Gene, you're ready to roll. You got the game face on?
I'm ready. Anybody who's not out there for the kill, get off the field. Either the Lions or the Pies. Who's it going to be?
It's like an old wrestler. Who's it going to be?
And then I like at the end of the interview, Richard's like, come on, Gene, let's see that tongue. And he just went, nah.
Floor's dirty.
Didn't put the tongue.
Gross.
And then Richard looked back at the camera like, kill me. And then they just cut to a commercial.
Worst part was the interview definitely looked pre-recorded. They didn't edit it.
Yeah, there would have been some fat I would have trimmed for sure. Well, look, obviously Pies fans, super duper excited. Ash Gardner in the newsroom. We know you come from a big Collingwood family. How you feeling?
I'm so happy. What a win. I mean, super nerve-wracking. The nerves were very high. My heart rate was through the roof because I thought Brisbane was going to come back, but it was unbelievable.
Who in your family, Ash, is the biggest Collingwood supporter?
Look, it all stems from my dad. I think my whole family's Collingwood, and the group family chat was going off on Saturday, but there was one noticeable absence, and that was my dad because he's too nervous to watch the game. So even though he's the biggest fan, he's also the one that can't actually sit down through a game and watch it from start to finish.
So once he knew they won, did he watch
Hang on, so no, you're saying he didn't even watch the game when it was on?
He didn't even watch the game live.
That's
no.
insane.
What?
No, and he stayed clear of the group family chat because he didn't want to know either.
What did he do? What was he doing? Gardening?
I don't know. I think you know what dads are like. You go around and they're just always pottering around.
When did he
just pottering?
When did he watch it?
Yesterday he caught up.
And so if the Pies lost, would he not have watched it at all? Like he wouldn't watch it back?
I think he still would have watched it, but he wouldn't have the anxiety.
Ash, can we get him on? Can we call your dad, speak to him?
Yeah, of course.
That's unbelievable.
What's your dad's name?
Paul.
Paul Gardner on next,
All
guys.
right, we're going to speak to Paul, who's such a big Pies fan. He didn't even watch the game.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Man, I find this so funny. Obviously, the big Collingwood win, Ash Gardner in the newsroom. We know you're a big Pies fan. You were just saying you got this sort of fandom from your dad. He didn't even watch the game. He was too nervous.
He did not even watch the game. I mean, growing up, we were told, like, you can go for any team you want, but you won't live under this roof unless you go for Collingwood. So that's how far-reaching it is.
Ash, we found that fascinating, that he's such a big fan, he couldn't even watch the game live. So we said, can we get him on the show?
Yeah.
And he joins us now. Paul Gardner, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you, bro?
Very good. So, Paul, tell us, when the game was on, what were you doing?
I was sitting out in our backyard trying to read a book with a beer in hand. And see, the thing is, I can't watch it because every time I turn the telly on, the opposition will kick a goal. So I think that's bad luck for
you're
the Pies.
superstitious.
Paul, are you telling us you're responsible for the collywobbles the last few years? Has that been you? that was just you turning your telly on, watching the games?
Well, I can tell you, I went to the first. My first grand final was 1964. We lost to Melbourne by 4 points.
Yeah.
Then 66, we lost to St Kilda by a point.
Yeah.
Then 70, we lost to Carlton after they staged an unbelievable comeback.
Yeah.
Then 77, we drew with North Melbourne and lost the replay.
Yeah.
So I was traumatised quite early.
We can see the wounds are not healed quite yet, Paul, for sure.
So, Paul, where were you and how did you find out about the win?
Yeah.
Well, I had my phone with me, of course. I was sitting at the back with the phone on. And every now and again I would just, because you can go to AFL Live Scores, so I'd flick across every now and again and look at it and then just shake my head and go back to my book. And some of my golf buddies would flash messages, which I wouldn't read.
I find this
Paul,
hilarious,
that's
Paul.
the most dad
This
thing
is so funny.
that anyone has ever done.
And it's almost in a way, it's sort of, that's sad that you think you watching your team's going to make them lose. So you made the ultimate sacrifice, even though clearly Collingwood means so much to you. Just on the off chance that they would lose if you watch it, you thought, no, I'm just going to read a book and have a quiet beer instead. And then when it's all said and done, I'll watch the game.
I took one for the team, definitely. And the funny thing was, it was about 5:15 in the afternoon, and I thought, it must be over, So I raced inside, turned the tally on, and Danaher kicked a goal.
No! Turn it off, Paul! Turn it off!
Get back out the back garden!
I nearly put my hand through the tally and I ran back out to the backyard.
Paul, absolute pleasure getting you on the show. Thanks for having a chat with us this morning.
Well, there's a lot of happy Pies fans in Melbourne this morning and a lot of happy mums, one of them being Donna Maynard, Braden's mum, who joins us now. Donna, big weekend.
Yes, some might call it that.
Thank you so much for coming on again this morning. We chatted to you on Friday pre-grand final. You said you were a bit of a feral mum. How did you go on Saturday?
Actually, I was quite calm. Calm's probably not what I was, but I was not as bad as I normally am. I was, I did have my head in my hands on numerous occasions and numerous tears throughout the day, but no, we got through. I was okay.
And it was just that, it was that kind of game where it was, the best bit about it, it was really anyone's until like the last couple of minutes. So you had no point to like relax. It's not like you pulled in front like 40 points and okay, you can sort of like chill a bit. Like it must have been a nerve-wracking experience the whole way through.
But then, of course, it was a beautiful ending. Now, Donna, what were the plans afterwards? What did you do?
We went to dinner at Centrepiece, across, just in between the Glass House and the MCG. So it was quite funny. We all took our clothes in the day before and had to just get dressed in the toilet.
Oh, right. So you sort of had your Guernseys on and your scarves, which would have been covered in tears and beers, and then you got your sort of showy dress on in the loo afterwards.
Very organised.
Yeah.
Donna, what was bedtime?
Very classy. What was bedtime?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Well, we got confused a little bit with daylight savings, but with the mobile phones, it sort of clicked over without realising. So I'm going to say 2 o'clock.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
I mean, what about the boys, though? I mean, have they slept yet?
I think they're still up.
Have
they're
you,
still going.
after Saturday, so in the last kind of, 36 hours, have you spoken to Braden?
Oh, yeah, we've spent quite a bit of time with them, yeah. We have.
Because it was Gosh's paddock yesterday for the family day, and that looked incredible.
Oh, my God, it was packed, wasn't it?
Is Braden behaving himself?
Amazing. Of course.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm sure.
He's a little hoarse. He's lost his voice a little bit, as they all have.
Yeah.
But go your hardest.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm sure every
Mum
time.
said it's okay. Go your hardest.
I'm sure every time you're FaceTiming him, he'd be wearing those Pit Viper sunnies. All those guys, you know what I mean? Just the Kana sunnies, just absolutely going flat stick. And as you should. I mean, it's not every day you win a flag.
Absolutely. Donna, have you got to wear the medal yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
In fact, I was quite upset this morning. Lots of the other families have got these beautiful photos of them on the night at the dinner.
Yep.
Fantastic, beautiful photos. And we didn't get one. We've got one in the rooms where I'm a drowned rat, sweat and tears. And I think, where's my beautiful family photo?
That one's more memorable, Donna.
Yeah, that's more like that encapsulates the passion of the moment.
Oh, God, embarrassing. Yeah.
Oh, Donna,
It'll do. Yeah,
all the
happy
best. We appreciate you coming on this morning. You have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
See you, Donna.
As of today, I have started my gym 8-week challenge.
Well, we know that you love to hustle more than most. I am interested, Belle. What does an 8-week challenge include? I mean, you already wear active wear to work
You
every day.
Already go to the gym. Don't you go twice a day? Don't you go morning and night?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the 8-week challenge, 2 months, obviously. So it finishes at the start of December. It finishes on like the first day of summer.
No way.
Shut up, Ben.
That's so cool.
So
That's awesome.
So it's just like an 8-week shred. You monitor everything you eat, you drink, you're doing a cut, you're going to the gym, you're working harder than
Love
usual.
that.
It's minimum of
Yes.
10,000 steps a day. Ben, stop it. So I've started like slowly getting into it. So I've started doing my hot girl walks every day. So every day when we finish work, I used to nap. I haven't been napping. I've been getting home and then walking for like 2 hours.
What differentiates a hot girl walk and a walk?
I don't know. I listen to like Ice Spice and I listen to
Right,
like
okay.
I listen to like Nicki Minaj and yeah, you just kind of like
I've
you
been
just
doing
feel
these
yourself.
boring normal guy walks. I should be listening to Ice Spice and hot girl walking.
It's sun's out, guns out. You just you just walk. You just get a refreshing. It's meditative. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go from my walk is 2 hours, and then I go on the end of the walk finishes at the gym, and then I go do my workout, and then I walk home.
Another 2 hours?
Yeah. Well, no, the walk home's like half an hour.
Oh, right. So
But-
you're doing I get it. You're doing like laps
Yeah.
and then yeah.
So
okay, yeah.
I'm entering the hot girl summer. I've got my double watch on. So I've got my Fitbit on, which is like it's Fitbit that I found at home, and I think it's my
Is
mum's
that,
old
what is
one.
that? That's a real Mum,
quite
can I have
big.
an Apple Watch? We've got an Apple Watch at home.
But it's tracking my steps.
And not in a good way. It looks like you have a plasma screen on your wrist.
Yeah.
Like, but not in a good way. Not in like a
What is
that's
that?
cool, as in like it's so big and chunky that it's offensive.
I think it's like the 08 or 09
Is
model.
that a homing beacon? Is that when people call you, do they pop up in a little hologram on that?
It looks like you could land a helicopter on it.
Looks like that's a thing that you could like press and it would put you back to your spaceship.
Well, it doesn't do anything other than it's basically an
What do you,
odometer.
like? What? So
Because
that
it doesn't,
is a
like, I
fit-
don't get
I mean, you
texts
can
or
get them in
anything.
your shoes these days. You can
Well,
get them like
It looks, like
know.
it looks like you need to plug it into one of those old school phone briefcases for it to work.
It's quite
yeah,
big.
what
It
is
quite
that? Is
big.
that the 8-week challenge? Are you having to hoof that around? You're going to have one really strong toned arm. Your traps
Well, I
are
have to
going
wear
to be
both
just.
my watches because the other one only works if I wear it because there's no batteries in it. So
What do you-
it's
hang on,
like
what do you mean?
it charges by movement.
So you're going to spend
So
the next
I
8
have to
weeks wearing
wear-
2 watches.
Yeah, I look like I don't know, what are those superheroes? Avenger.
Can you
like one of
not?
those.
Can you not just like? So I get if you want to track the steps and that sort of stuff, but can you not just like not wear the other watch for a
No,
few
I
weeks?
have to wear it because then it will stop working if I
But
don't
then
wear
you
it.
just it'll stop working for a few months. Then when you finish the 8-week challenge, you just put it on, shake it around a bit, and it'll start
Yeah.
working again.
No, it's bad for it. I have to wear it. But anyway, so I got these two. But I did have my splurge on the weekend and I ate a burger every day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I had a burger each day. So I've had my splurge.
Big queen.
And then I've got the weigh-in today, so we weigh ourselves.
Hang on, so you just
So
ate
I
lots of
did.
burgers, so then
Yeah.
you were like,
So the
oh,
plan
I've
was-
lost 3 kilos, and
Yeah,
then
the
it's
plan
just
was I splurge on the weekend, we do the weigh-in today, and then it just I just cut it all off really easily.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
and then the end of the 8 weeks, watch out, guys.
good luck with that. Yeah, I know. I'm happy for you. Not happy for the 2 watches. It's throwing me off. But like, it's
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
8 week challenge done by my wedding? It would be. Good,
Yes,
good,
yeah.
yeah.
So-
Don't come to the wedding with that.
I agree. What I would say is, why don't we take a quick photo of the double watch situation?
Yes, get
Well,
it
do
on
I
the
wear
Instagram
it on both
story.
on one hand?
I will put a story up on the Ben Lima Bell story, and then we'll do the little thing where you can like roast Bell in the replies,
Yes.
and then we'll repost the best roasts.
Great. Sounds great. This is really good for me and my self-esteem right now.
All right, it is Ben Lehman Bell on Instagram. Check the story out there if you want to see Bell's ridiculous double watch situation.
Former Swans star Josh Kennedy was doing the rounds last week. He had the Premiership AFL Cup with him, and that presented an opportunity. Like, what do we do when the Cup's in the studio? I mean, most people, they do the interview, they lift it up and go, oh, that's a bit heavy, and then that's kind of the end of it. And we wanted to do something more, so we went on a website called witches.com. We literally hired a witch, real witch. Her name was Nina, and we got her to put a hex on the trophy. Well, go for it. Uh-oh, Josh. We've arranged a witch called Nina.
I'm going to say not okay.
Have you not met a witch before?
I've never met a witch before.
Are you guys ready?
Ready to go,
Yeah. Can we witchcraft just a great game?
Pies will fly. Lions will die.
Oh, whoa.
Poor Josh didn't know what was going on.
He was so wigged out.
But look, we did put the hex on so that Collingwood would win, and it was a great game.
It actually worked.
Fantastic game.
I must admit, when Charlie Cameron scored that goal near the end, and it was really celebrating, getting nervy. But then I was like, nah, I'm sure De Goey he was probably going to score, and then still side bottom because I remembered the hex. I mean, it was always going to happen.
That to me is proof in the pudding that the witchcraft worked, because he said, "Can we wish for a good game?" But obviously Nina the witch wanted it to go her way, the way she did it, and then we got both.
We got both.
It was a great game.
We literally got both,
and Collingwood won.
So I never really believed in this stuff, but now I'm a big believer, and that's why we've brought Nina back in. Good morning, Nina the Witch. Did you watch the grand final over the weekend?
No, I already knew what was going to happen, so...
that's true.
That's true. You've brought your crystals and your sage and all your bits and bobs in this morning. I must admit, we were really impressed with your work. Do you think we could get you to hex some other stuff for us this morning?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
We're paying per hour, so...
Well, yeah.
What about X's? So that rolls off the tongue if we
hex your ex.
Oh, that's mean.
Well, no, but if they're a nasty
they've hurt
ex,
you,
if they broke your heart, you might want to hex them.
Okay, all right.
Can you do hexing over the radio waves, Nina?
It's just energy, so I can do anything. I won't do anything dangerous, but I'm happy to...
Yeah, so you could maybe just have, spill a hot coffee on them or something like that. Or
maybe
maybe
we
that's
don't
a
want
bit
death.
dangerous.
No death.
Yeah,
no death.
we're not going to
just
kill
bad luck.
anyone.
Maybe just some bad luck.
Yeah, their team will never win a flag again or something.
Would you do illness?
I think illness is towing the line, especially because we don't know the power that Nina has yet. I mean, she can literally predict and hex and set the future for the AFL Grand Finals.
But not like severe illness, like food poisoning.
Oh, yeah. Okay, again, bad luck.
If you could give someone the shits, that's fine. I think that's fine.
Okay, so hex your ex, 13 24 10. If you would like our witch Nina to hex your ex, do we want to ex-bosses?
Yeah,
sorry?
ex-employer, ex-partner,
ex-best friends, whatever you'd like.
Is there any prerequisites, Nina? You mentioned it's just energy. It's just...
I need people to ring up and just tell me a little bit about themselves and who they want to hex.
Okay.
I would love for you to call on 13 24 10. If you're listening to the radio right now and you're going, yeah, no, I do have someone I want to hex. Imagine if someone hexes like their neighbour or something.
Plays really loud music. I just want him to have some bad luck.
13 24 10. We've got a real witch in the studio. If you want to issue out a hex on an ex, we would love for you to give us a buzz.
Nina, you've come in nice and early. Did you beat traffic? Did you come in on a broomstick, or do you just drive like a normal car?
Rude. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, no, yeah. Sorry, no. So I don't know. So I'm having trouble because obviously you are a real witch. Like, what witches do and what they don't. Do you have a cauldron at your house?
I have things that I don't talk about. It's just
like
energy.
Like a cat's head or something like that. Or something
I don't have a cat's head.
Okay, but do you have weird like things like a
It's just strong female energy. That's all it is.
Okay.
I think you're thinking about cartoons and stuff.
Yeah, because you do have a nice nose. Like you don't have a big witch nose. That's how I think of witches.
Stop talking.
Okay, sorry.
I do have a mole on my nose, if that's what you're
No.
referring to.
I was just saying I'm used to seeing witches green with big noses.
I'm going to stop Liam from rambling. He's digging himself a hole. What we wanted to do, because we have Nina the Witch in the studio, is we wanted to do this.
Hex your ex!
Yep, hex your ex. If you have got someone in your life or not in your life anymore that you would like to put a hex on, 13 24 10, give us a buzz. First up this morning, we got Chloe in Essendon. Good morning, Chloe.
Good morning, how are you?
Very good. Who would you like to hex?
I would like to hex my ex, Gary.
Oh, okay. So I take it you guys didn't have a very good breakup. Is there anything specifically, I don't know, that you would like to happen to him?
Maybe like growing like an extra toe or an extra finger or something that's like really quite repulsive.
Bit of deformity.
That's just impossible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you say impossible. You're not the witch belt. Nina is.
I can't make him grow another body part, but I could make him very hairy for you.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah.
All right, are you ready?
would be
Chloe,
great.
just tell me a little bit more about Gary. What's his vibe?
Unemployed, lazy, doesn't like to help around the house.
Yeah.
Bit of a bum.
Can see why he's an ex.
Gary's a bum.
Yeah.
Does he need a hex? He sounds...
Sounds hexed already.
All right. Will you guys hold my crystals for me?
Yeah, of course.
And just squeeze them tight.
Yep, got it.
Yep.
Everyone focus on Chloe, and then through Chloe, focus on Gary. May Gary be hairier than he has ever been before. Hair where we don't want it. Hair there forevermore.
All right. Chloe, your ex has been hexed.
Thank you.
No worries.
It's
Yep.
all right.
Gary won't be thanking
Hope you
us.
can't get a shaver either.
I missed that.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just move to Nathan in Bandura.
I don't know what she said.
Do we care to go back?
No.
I could have been that rude.
Chloe, what
did you
was that
say?
last bit?
Oh, I was just saying I hope he can't get his hands on a shaver.
Oh,
Shaver.
right. Yeah,
Shaver.
I
yeah.
thought you said he can't get a Sheila.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Cool.
Hey, Nathan Bandura, you would like us to hex someone for you?
I would, yes.
Who is it?
Someone from work. I'm not going to say their real name, but we'll go with Matthew.
Okay, is that a problem, Nina? Do we need to know
The real name?
It doesn't matter if we can all picture this person, if you can describe
Yeah, just a bit of
enough
description.
about them so that we can form a picture and put our energy towards them.
Yep.
Okay. I'll just give you his real name.
Okay.
His name's Andrew.
Okay.
All right, Andrew. And why do you want to hex Andrew?
He's really rude to the food truck lady who comes and brings food to the job site.
We don't want that.
Yeah, he's really often late to work. He's quite useless, actually.
Why don't I stop him from being rude then?
Yeah, that's
Why don't
good.
we
Yep.
Oh, if you could get him to
curb that
lose
tongue?
his job, that'd be amazing.
Well, your wish is our command, I suppose, Nathan.
Poor Andrew.
Nina, can we do that?
I feel a little bit uncomfortable making
Yeah.
Andrew
Yeah.
unemployed, but if we
Could we
make
give
him
him
a
a-
better colleague...
Or at least get like a written warning or something?
Slap on the wrist sort of
Just a
thing.
bit of food
Oh,
poisoning,
anything's
maybe.
better than nothing.
Yeah, okay.
All right, well, let's all
All right.
focus our energy on
On
Andrew,
Andrew.
your lazy co-worker, and let's give him a hex.
Squeeze the crystals again, please, guys.
Squeezing.
Nathan, are you thinking about Andrew?
Unfortunately.
Okay, close your eyes, unless you're driving. When the lady comes with food, Andrew was rude. We can't have that, and if he continues, may he lose his job and feel forever ashamed of his terrible behaviour.
Awesome.
I
The
kinda
hex
wanna
has been
clap after
placed.
that.
Yeah, I
the
think
hex
you
has
should,
been
yeah.
placed. Last one for Hex Your Ex.
Oh, doing another one.
We do have Nina, Witch, in the studio. Soap and Preston. Who would you like us to hex?
Hi guys, can you hex my ex Alex, please?
Sure.
Would love to.
Yeah, all right.
What's the deal with Alex?
He cheated on me with my friend at work.
Oh, do you want to hex both of them?
Yeah, can we give them both food poisoning, please?
Yeah, shotgun
absolutely.
hex. All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
no one's safe. All right. Well, you know, Witch did hex the trophy and Brisbane Lions did lose, so we know that this thing is legit. What are their names, Sophie?
Alex and Lucy.
Alex and Lucy. Let's do this, guys. Squeeze those crystals. Here we go.
Thinking of Alex, thinking of Lucy, may their stomachs be angry and spewy and Poosey.
Lucy.
These are like cool spells. These aren't spells we've seen on TV. Excellent, Sophie. Well, your ex and your mate will be pooing themselves later on today. Thanks for calling Nova 100.
Thanks, guys.
No worries. Take it easy, Soph. Nina, you've done a great job. You may leave.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's just walking off. I really was hoping she'd turn into a bat or something and fly away, but yeah, no, she's just walking away. Yeah, it's a real shame that.
Yeah, we raised 4 corners of the globe for the Holy Grail.
Collingwood wasn't the only team taking home the Holy Grail on Saturday, because the day before we did Melbourne's biggest game of Jack in the Pack.
Yeah, we were banging on about it all week, and you may not have heard it because we did the show on the public holiday for everyone coming in to the grand final parade nice and early. But a lot of people probably had a big night on Thursday, probably including Jamara Ugelhagen, who
bailed on us.
Who was AFL star, ready for the kick. He pulled the pin last minute. I did notice he was at the longest kick for Fox Footy the next day, though, so he must have had a speedy recovery, which is good.
That stung when he bailed on us on the Friday, and then on the Saturday he was kicking in the long kick, and he looked sick.
You couldn't avoid his Instagram stories on a Thursday night. But that's fine.
No, well, sometimes you do just have a small bout of sickness that puts you out. But Mark Pitnet from Carlton did rock up. Like, literally, we gave him probably 15 minutes notice.
Apparently, he was out walking his dog
near
his
Road.
And his manager called him and was like, "Mate, can you get there?" And he was like, "Yeah, I can do it."
What a legend.
Mark Pitnet was an absolute blessing in disguise, because I'll be honest, he's not the biggest name in the AFL, but then when you actually chat with him, such a lovely guy. He was cracking gags. He was happy to be there.
He was very sweet.
I was definitely worried because he's a ruckman. I was worried about his boot. Like, I didn't think he could kick it very straight, but he did a good job.
I mean, it's still an AFL
Yeah,
player.
but I mean, anyone who watches AFL will know ruckmen are not good kicks.
But he was, and he put it exactly where he wanted it. And that didn't necessarily help things, because we had 100 people out there on Punt Road Oval. And Mark was just launching the balls in long. And if you could get a clean mark, you'd score $10,000. We did have to do a few kicks.
Let's go.
He's launched it. It's up.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Let's begin again.
Second ball. It's up.
It's up.
It's looping. It's high.
Oh, gosh.
Oh. Honestly.
Someone's going to get it.
Fourth kick.
Oh, that one's... Oh, my God.
There's so many collisions.
Do we still think this is a good idea?
All right, come on.
Do we still think this is a good idea? Quote Belle Jackson, ready to give up.
Belle
5 kicks in.
genuinely, like, off the mic, she like lowered her mic and she was like, "Should we stop?" She was like, "Should we?"
and
Because
no.
there was
Realise how hectic
there was
there
bodies
was.
hitting the floor. There was one lady who actually stepped out of the pack because she caught the
Yes.
blood nose, and so she was like, "I can't do it anymore," and so she left the pack.
But I thought it would be all smiles. I don't know why.
No.
But then looking at it, people would like come out of this pack or like crowd on the ground, and they'd all be standing up, but they'd still be like angry face.
But like,
it was
you know,
scary.
you would be like that if there was 10 grand. I would be like that. Ben would be like that. It's like putting a bit of cheese above a hungry rat and going, "Come on, fight each other for this."
Calling everyone rats.
No, I'm just saying people, at their core are rats.
It was fascinating to watch, though, when you've got that many people all going for one ball. If you want to visually see it, make sure you check out the Bentley and Bell socials.
Yeah, every time everyone went up for a mark, it was like a bomb had gone off. Like people were like sort of like going up all together and then spilling out over the floor. But then one person rose above it all. His name was Pete from Cockatoo.
Kick number 12. All right, get him in there. Oh, it's a long one.
Oh! It's clean!
It's clean!
It's clean!
Oh, my God! What a mark! Whoa!
What's your name, mate? What's your name?
Pete, mate. Pete!
Come over here.
Come over.
Pete.
Oh, your kids are hugging you. Your kids are hugging you.
They told me I had to make it. Had to mark it, and I did for them.
Oh.
And we're going on a holiday, so...
Oh, this is awesome.
How good is that? He had his 5 kids there. They're off to Vanuatu. It did go short, and he was first out of the pack ahead of the other 100 and got a chest mark, rolled into it, and then ran the full length of Punt Road Oval I don't know where you were, Belle. Mark Pitnett from Carlton, Ben and myself chased this guy. Even our tech guy, Mitch, shout out to him, because the way these things work when you're broadcasting outside, there's like a receiver pack.
And you've only got so much range on your pack. So we ran so far that the pack started dropping out.
He had to like grab the computer and like run with us like around the oval, so we stayed on air. But man, it was magical.
It was magical. $10,000 in his back pocket, all thanks to Suzuki. Make sure you check out the video on the Ben Lima Bell socials.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.